Yeah, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be having a nice little conversation about some AI agents. What's good, Jay? Oh, Jay, you're not there yet.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's good with you, man?
What's going on, man? Chilling.
Man,
Loving,
it's about
loving the
time.
last couple days of action.
Absolutely. We got to talk about this market. A lot of stuff has been going on in this market recently. We got to see what's going on. Get your take on the market. We just had a nice little conversation about where we think the market is going to. So it's going to be interesting to see how things is going to play out. We're going to talk about it in just a second here. Let me look at these comments. You got Rune here with the ear.
What's going
Green
on?
Bean. Bulls are back or what? We're going to have Jay just answer that in just a second here, man. So let's get through the quick little intro. You guys already know. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. We're on that road to 30K subscribers. If you guys want to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video. Comment what you guys think down below. And if you guys want to get access to this terminal here that we're going to be using here, it's the Altcoin Chasers HQ. You guys are going to have to look on Patreon. There is a pinned post that you guys can look into to see what you get from this whole terminal here, as smart money tracking, token unlocks, all of that. You guys get the dedicated video there as well, and you will also see a 40% discount with the side 2026. I said 2021. 2026 for 40% off your first month, and you plug that in right to your Patreon, and you guys get access directly to that terminal. And then if you guys are looking for a cold storage wallet, I use Tangent. If you guys want to use the same as well, use code EverythingAltcoin, save yourself 10%. And let's get into the stream today, man. Jay, what you thinking about the charts today, man? What's Bitcoin looking like for you? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good because Bitcoin is doing pretty much, what we've been talking about, what we've been expecting for the most part.
Yeah, go ahead, talk. Go ahead.
Let me pull up the main chart I've been looking at. So I can show you guys. Okay, here is, and let me add one more thing. Right now I got the 200 moving average, so let me turn that to the 13. You guys know the 13 moving average is that go-to line, right? So right now we pretty much came below it, had our nice couple of months of down action. This is the monthly chart, by the way, for anybody looking at it with me right now. And right now we got one more piece of resistance above us. If we don't pass it, the biggest bull trap of the century has just hit the markets. If we pass it, we got a target of 178K.
Wait, you wasn't even sharing your screen. Hold on. I just got back. What I missed?
You said what? I wasn't sharing it?
Nah. What you was talking about?
Oh, my bad. Right here, let me say it again. I got the moving average on here, the 13. You see we came below it. And right now we're heading back up to it. So if we pass it right here, we have a target of 178K Bitcoin in the cards right here. We get rejected. I'm expecting if we get rejected, we do a double bottom, like maybe come back down to 60K and then try to surpass it. But right now, the target is 93K. Whether you're bearish or you're bullish, the target is above us. So I always feel good during those times. And this is the monthly chart, so we can have a couple of months of bullishness in order to, make some money here. So that just looks good to me. So if you're not somebody who's looking at the long-term context of is this a bull market or a bear market in the sense of 4-year cycles, is good hunting right now. As far as is the 4-year bear market over? We don't know until we head out of 93K.
All right, that's a fair take here. We did have a crazy conversation on a little back and forth on figuring out exactly what the market is looking like it's about to do. I'm gonna give my take at least. Big E was good. Big E. We talked about your green bean there. All right. So what I was thinking here, I believe that essentially right now we're looking at Bitcoin now has turned into an institutional asset, and it probably won't play the same game it played before. Now I'm not saying that we're going straight into a new bull market, or did we ever leave the previous bull market? I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying at this point in time, I do believe that we did find the bottom here. And I told my guys literally after tax day that I was going to start to scale back into the market, which I did, right? Reason I said tax day is because essentially now that Bitcoin is an institutional asset, essentially everyone's paid their taxes on the 15th. And that's why I blocked off these lines here. This only has happened for like the past 3 years, right? We started it right here in 2024. This is when the ETFs and things like that went live, right? The last time we was here, 2025 here. This is where we found the bottom a little bit around tax day, and then we started to go up. Now, I'm not saying that exact same thing is going to happen here, but I did point out that we did bottom here. It looked like we did do a little double bottom there. This is also on the weekly chart here, and we are above the 200-day moving average. But I do believe that we may actually range, like we're going to hit crucial resistance, and then come down, range a little bit, then break those resistance, then come back down, range again. It's just going to play these little games out for a little bit. That's the little staircase up. We're not going to go straight into a bull market here. And also to that note, I do believe that this is going to be more focused on Bitcoin, altcoins, unless it's like zcash, tau, and a few others that may actually be able to trickle in and get some, like, some good moves while Bitcoin is going up here. That's what I think as of right now. Your low market cap altcoins, I don't think we're going to get that mania, especially if they're not doing nothing too crazy. What do you think about that, Jay?
As far as, well, first I want to say your idea definitely, it kind of matches up with my chart too. If we start heading up and we get, like you said, we get that nice pump and then we do a little bit of sideways action, then that would be kind of that range in between the 60 and the 90K. It's a very big range, $30,000 range, but it'll be a nice range leading us into the next halving. Now, for the altcoins is a whole different thing. I just think we got so many choices in coins right now. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Doesn't matter if it's a low cap or a high cap. You got to pick the right stuff. Research is more important than ever. Connecting the dots and trying to foresee where the money's going before it gets there is going to be more important than ever, which we saw with the last alt season that some people don't even think existed because they didn't do that. You know what I mean? I think that's how we continue to go forward. Like there's over 20 million tokens, you know what I mean? But if we narrow it down to the ones that are actually, building products, have some infra behind them, it's going to be very crucial to just see which ones are going to perform. It's all, we're getting similar to the stock market now, where there's all these companies out there. Go find the best one.
That's the way you put it. That just now is actually something I wanted to talk about too, because these altcoins, now that we're flooded with everything, and I do believe that the altcoin market will change. Like for me, for the better, right?
Right.
Good products, good tokenomics, good revenue. Those are going to be your standout altcoins, and there's a few of them that actually are mid caps and a little bit low caps. Now, if we're going to pick the best ones, that's going to be the question there. That's going to be the question. But I do think that the altcoin market has shifted. It's different. You can see it on YouTube as of right now. There's not a lot of people really talking about your mid caps, your low caps as of right now, because they understood that the game has changed. Right, so that whole full altcoin season where you could just sit back and just throw a little dart at the wall and just hope that you hit. Well, you don't even gotta hope. You're just gonna get like a 10x off of them or something like that. I don't think that's the case anymore here.
Yeah, it's gonna be too difficult to. There's too many of them. You can hit some BS now.
Now I do want to see Tom Lee. A lot of people are really talking about the next bull market. Even Tom Lee has said the bottom is in as of right now. But who not too many people really care about what Tom Lee has to say because they don't really like him at this point in time. He's a polarizing guy, I guess, in this space too. Yeah. So he's talking about go ahead.
Yeah, he just says things to like get the headlines to make people talk. But he says those things where you go, that's not. Yeah. We ain't getting there.
He's obviously pushing his product because he has to make sales too.
Right.
Also, I did want to talk about this. This one I did want to talk about while we was in that Bitcoin segment. This was from Altcoin this right now. He put out this tweet. What if I told you the real top of 2021 was in April, which was 64K, and the low value marginally higher all-time high in November, 69K, was a bear market squeeze. And he says this is his delusional thesis where he thinks this is going to play out this cycle where we hit the top of like 120 and we potentially could get another low volume, marginally higher all-time high going into November. What you think about that?
That's very plausible. Looking at where we are right now, looking at some of the like the fundamental stuff happening in the background too, that could definitely play out. Like for example, we got this hint of virus thing. If markets kind of pull back and then we have some mania, or the Fed is looking at injecting more money into the market or something like that, yeah, we could definitely have that. We head back up right now and then come down.
Yo, are we about to get that same COVID-19 playbook? Can we even say that anymore?
I don't know. It's looking like it. It's looking like they want to run it back, but I think what happens.
Nah, we
What
in a
happens
simulation.
Yeah, what happens is this: every time they run it back, it's never as good as it was the first time. When they run it back, it's usually like what he said in this tweet. When they run it back, it's usually a squeeze. So
Yeah,
like people saw, oh, last time coronavirus hit, we bought and everybody made money. Of course, the institutions are going to run the numbers and say, hey, how could we make the money this time?
yeah. And speaking of the Henta virus here, before we get into today's topic, I don't know if I don't talk about no memes on this channel, really, but low key, I saw this yesterday at three something mil market cap,
That was
and I'm like, God damn,
mil this morning. That was at 3 mil when we hopped on the stream to start talking. It's only been like 30 minutes pumping.
literally.
It's only been 30 minutes pumping. I guess what'd you say the news was? Some couple wallets put 200
Yeah,
in or something.
I saw big buys, $200,000 been just bought into this token. Like it happened literally. This the candle right here. So that was like the
Yeah.
past 15 minutes here
Yeah,
on
exactly.
this Henta virus token. That is crazy. That is honestly crazy. But I do see this comment here. Gears 9. Pay AI. We definitely gonna be talking about Pay AI because Solana actually got a video coming out on that side. Because Solana has done, actually they put out some decent news here. Let me see if I could find it real quick here. They put out some news about their way of doing the agentic commerce, and Pay AI immediately shot up from that. Right? Let me see here. Let's go onto their Twitter page here. Where's their Twitter? They don't got their Twitter page on here. I don't feel like, I'm too lazy right now. I just want the buttons to click. I just want buttons to click.
I want it to be there when I need it to be there.
Yeah, I just need buttons to click when I need it. So all right, so let's go onto the Solana page. You guys already know from the title of this video here, of this stream, is going to be the whole agentic supercycle. I believe we're going to have an agentic supercycle. Everyone and their moms, I mean literally everyone and their moms and their grandma, great grandma, everybody is doing something for AI agents, AI in general, because that's where they seeing the whole money is actually flowing to pretty much. And Solana is not falling short from this as well. Even Sui announced something for agentic commerce. Where's this little post here? Why are they posting so much, man?
Who, Sui?
Nah,
Everybody posting a lot right now. You gotta keep
I'm
chasing up somehow. Extension spans is short.
maybe we'll see it quicker on Pay AI, man. Well, maybe we'll see it quicker on Pay AI. Oh, no, not that one. This one, there we go. So yeah. So Solana announced that they was going to do the Pay.sh, the agentic payment layer for Solana. That's what they announced here. This is essentially a new marketplace where AI agents could discover, access, and pay for APIs. They're essentially doing what Base did for their agentic marketplace. Solana is doing the same thing as well. And this is where Pay AI comes into account as well. Pay AI is another agentic infrastructure that's on Solana and actually seen some crazy movement soon as that news came out. Actually, I peeped it, but I'm like, I can't chase this right now. I can't chase this right now because I'm not even, you see this? I'm not in the Solana fields right now. I'm not in the Solana trenches. Past 7 days, you can see this massive candle here.
Yeah, that's been going crazy.
Especially it's a low cap, micro cap. Once you get some good news like this, they're just going to shoot up here. People have been waiting for some news on Pay AI for a while here. We can actually see what does, let me see. Let's see what Asai has to say about Pay AI. What's your thoughts on Pay AI and AI agents in general right now? Because we got a lot to talk about, Jay.
I never actually heard of Pay AI. I'm not in Pay AI or nothing like that, but definitely AI agents is where I'm at right now, trying to figure out everything's going on. I've been diving deeper into it on Tao. As you know, my own crypto project is about AI agents, so I've been kind of going around and talking to some people here in Silicon Valley about if they think it's useful and stuff like that.
You actually told me something crazy on off stream here. What was that? What was it? Embodied compute or something?
Yeah, embodied compute. That's what AMD is going to start focusing on, is embodied compute.
Explain that a little bit for me, man.
Basically, it's another way of just saying robotics, right? But
Yeah.
this whole idea of data centers, you know how like everything's about data centers. Kevin O'Leary just trying to open one, Elon Musk trying to open one, the government is fighting it. It's all the news right now, and AMD is basically saying, well, just let the robots compute themselves. Put the software in the robot, make the software go into the robot, make the chip go into the robot, and we're good. You know, like, so this whole idea of embodied compute is going to be something that we definitely see more about. It's still a very vague topic to me because what I went to was like a product review.
Mhm.
It's still something like where I got to jump into it and deep dive, like, okay, where are they really going to use this at? But I definitely know that like robotics and this idea of embodied compute is definitely going to be a tip top of the game. Like, we see the data center thing happening right now because compute is the big narrative.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
We're gonna dive into that too. There's a lot of topics. While SI is still thinking about this as of right now, there's been a lot to go on within this whole AI space. Actually, I'm skipping over a lot of things. That's how quickly I want to get into this AI discussion. But before we even get into it, before we get into it, I did want to talk about this because we did top 7 ICO put out this tweet here. Chains earning less than $100 per day. Some of the biggest names that recently launched and also launched last cycle too, they're not making no money on chain. Mm-hmm. And they're like this one. Celestia is still up there in FDV. Terrible. I was very bullish on Celestia. I won't lie. But they're making $50 a day, $52 a day.
Crazy.
They might as well pack up shop and just shut it down.
They might as well just start door dashing, bro.
All of these on this list.
Yeah. I was seeing this too. Nobody's really using it, but it's also because, like, you know, people built the infrastructure. Where's the products? You know, what are the users going to tap into?
I do think that we're going to get to a point where there's probably not going to be this many chains again that's out. It's going to probably be max maybe 10, honestly, maybe 10.
I mean, if you watch my channel, you've heard me say it before. There's too many chains. Like, I stopped investing into new layer ones a long time ago, and I made videos about it, talked about it, said, "Hey, we got too many chains, yo." Like,
yeah. And then Stacy put out this tweet here. Essentially, these are like the verticals that you need to pay attention to going forward. She goes agentic finance, which is, high conviction, three fires. We like to see that. 3 to 9 months as of right now. Legal/regulatory clarity on agent liability. This is like the vertical. Then you got RWA tokenization. She kind of giving you her tier list on the top narratives.
Yeah.
Where you got stablecoin payment. A lot of people are very bullish on this whole stablecoin thing. The Clarity Act might go into effect. We might see that. That's why the Circle stock has been pumping a little bit. On-chain privacy. This goes with Zcash here. Zcash has just been, a lot of people are flipping bullish on Zcash over Bitcoin, honestly, if you haven't seen that as well. Prediction markets, we just keep seeing news on prediction markets everywhere. That's there. Bitcoin DeFi, I'm not even gonna put that up there. There should be one.
Bitcoin DeFi. Okay, yeah, that's the only one that sound retarded so far.
Tokenized data / models low. IP law hasn't caught up. Agent identity. I will put all these two here into agentic finance anyways. What you think about this list so far?
They all go together. Like I said, the list sounds good. On-chain privacy is definitely up there. I mean, we already know the agent stuff and RWA is the top 2. And actually all these are pretty much in a good tier. Like, they're in the same, they're up there, Like, the identity problem is definitely huge. Like, the agent identity is something that, like, they're talking about with all this embodied AI stuff and having identities for those. That's where I focused a lot of my energy, like with my project. The tokenized data and models are gonna be like, if you see a project like selling those or selling rights to those or tokenized version, get those. Those are gonna be huge, especially when it comes to decentralized science. But that's kind of like a sub narrative of that. Bitcoin DeFi is probably the only one that I haven't really heard much about, or maybe I'm just not focused on it. So somebody in the comments let me know if that's big right now.
Nah, that they had their little moment and then it fell off.
They had a little moment, but also you have you know, like, it wasn't a welcoming space. Like the Bitcoin maxis were like, no, get this shit off of our chain. So it wasn't a welcoming place for all the DeFi stuff. But also, it just makes sense from an institutional standpoint. If you have all this Bitcoin that's worth all this money, you're gonna want to loan it out. You're gonna want to earn interest on it. You're gonna want to do things with it. So it makes sense. I'm personally not seeing it myself.
Yeah, that's a good point there. I do see that Asai has loaded up here. Looking at quickly at Pay AI here. So Pay AI, you know, we already know it's an agentic marketplace here. But interesting here, over 20% of the X402 volume has historically routed through Pay AI.
Whoa.
And they processed $150,000 in UFC digital passes via X402. Now, I did not know that second part.
Yeah, me neither.
I did not know that second part. I do know that they were a big contributor for, you know, X402 on the Solana chain here. I do got a video. We're going to talk about that when the Solana chain comes around, or Solana video comes around here. It does give us the bear case here. But conviction scores, it's actually kind of neutral on it. It's not too much. Midterm, 68%, that's the highest score it gave from, like, you know, 1 to 3 months. 6 to 12 months is neutral, 55% here. So it's going to be interesting to see how Pay AI plays out. Now, continuing on here, pretty much we got the whole AI discussion here pretty much. Now, I do believe we're in an agentic super cycle. Everything is going to be based around AI. In the stock market, you do see people are betting on different things where they say it's a, you know, solver of a bottleneck for AI. So they got photonics that's been going crazy, you know, AMD, Intel, SanDisk did something. They started going crazy.
SanDisk is one of the craziest ones that came under the radar.
Yeah. So like anything that has to do with AI and them solving a problem that AI has in the stock market, they have been going crazy. And I do think that's also going to translate into crypto, but I think that's going to translate once we get that convergence between crypto and AI. There's a few altcoins that we can bet that could bring in that convergence. We're going to talk about later in this stream as well. OpenAI recently announced that they're bringing voice models to the APIs, to their agents. So this is another big thing as a development for agents. And if you guys didn't see my video, let me see here. Let me see if I could just bring it up here. OpenAI phone. Jay, have you heard about the OpenAI
phone? Nah, I ain't heard about that one yet.
You didn't hear about that?
Yeah, the OpenAI phone, nah.
So they just announced not too long ago that they're planning to drop a phone by 2028, but timeline showed that it's moved up to 2027. Okay. They partnered with Qualcomm and some other partners to drop a phone that is a agentic phone, pretty much, right? So you see how we got our iPhones, your Android, you got apps. You have to go into it, and you pretty much are doing everything on your own. But these phones here are going to be dedicated for the agents. The agents, you tell the agent what you want, the agent goes and plans out the whole thing on the phone, pretty much. So I don't know how well this is going to work, because you can see here, no apps, no scrolling, no tap, just AI that does everything for you. I don't know how this is going to work or will be received by the general public, but this is a sign to let you know that the world is moving agentic. What do you think about this, Jay?
It's kind of interesting because I feel like, I see where they're going with it, but I don't, like you said, I don't know how the world's going to feel about that. We definitely do see some pushback from normies on AI. So I don't think I think they should go ahead and leave that, what'd you say, 2028 or something? Like, leave that a little bit further out, let people get a little bit more comfortable with the idea of AI and robots. But overall, yeah, this is going to be something that is going to get investment, it's going to get talk, it's going to get funding. It's going to get people excited about it. So
listen,
that's kind of interesting.
Me, I'm open to it. At this point in time, you know how they say you open up the can of worms?
Right.
It's open.
It's open. That's what I'm saying.
There's no going back. We just got to let everything develop. And the thing is,
get comfortable with the idea. Like, just let it.
To be honest, I don't even think they care if they're going to get comfortable right now. It's just happening one way or another. The thing is, AI also, speeds up the development of AI. So The better
Yes.
these models are getting, the better the next model gets because they're getting trained on what the previous model did and how to enhance that and things like that. So yeah, AGI is going to be happening very soon. We don't know how quick.
Sooner than later, yeah.
Yeah, and you can see Openclaw, not Openclaw, sorry, Nvidia even puts out this tweet today. Openclaw and the dawn of the agentic era. They're pretty much telling you what's happening as of right now and what everyone is focused on. It's AI and
Yeah.
it's going to be agents, right? It's going to be agents. This everyone's bullish on AI agents as of right now. I'm telling you guys, if you guys really want to make, actually not financial advice. If you want to catch a sub narrative before it takes off, it's robotics.
Yeah.
Not a single person right now is talking about robotics, but probably me.
Yeah.
Robotics is something that you're going to keep an eye on, but we're not going to talk
Speaking
about
of that
robotics.
Nvidia thing, I don't know if I told you, like at the conference, CEO of Nvidia basically said if your company doesn't have an open AI strategy, you're gonna fail, like flat out.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they need it.
That's you now got Openclaw, you got Hermes now. There may be another another agent framework that's going to come out very soon. Who knows?
There's a couple of them. There's some out there. You got
Yeah, obviously,
and
yeah.
the zero agent. So there'll be more coming to compete and just make it easier. Like there's gonna be one that you just turn on and it goes soon.
Andy puts out this tweet. This is from Bloomberg here. Crypto investor Han raises $1 billion for new funds, right? Expands to AI agents. This is a new crypto fund that is bringing $1 billion on chain. After that, I think AI 16Z. This before Han, it was what's that guy name? I forgot his name. He runs another VC. They brought in like 400 million to buy crypto, right? And now Han raises 1 billion, and A16Z, I think they raised, I don't even know how much they raised as well. Which one is it?
I just saw that the other day too. They raised,
what was it like? They raised a bunch of money too. I don't know if it's another $1 billion.
billion. I think it was over a billion. I know I told the group chat like, "Hey, buy that AI,
Yeah,
buy everything crypto AI." When I saw that,
and you can see they're announcing some investments they already made. This is off the past few days, but they have brought in more money.
2.2 billion.
There you go.
We raised 2.2 billion in committed capital to invest in the next generation of crypto. Announcing Crypto Fund 5.
This is essentially your liquidity, guys.
That's liquidity right there.
If you're able to position yourself into some of the top altcoins that you think they might invest into, because we don't know yet. We don't know what they're going to invest into. It may not be tokens that are out right now, so they're going to be doing their pre-sales, private investments, or they may buy some tokens that's on chain as of right now already, but we don't know which ones that is. But you can see that there's money going to start moving into crypto again. It's just not going to be the way you guys expected it to be as before, right? So you got to change with the tides.
You want to know a cheat code?
Go ahead.
If you look at A16Z, every single year they have like a accelerator program.
Yeah, they do.
They pick those 5 that they're going to put $1 million into to help them get off. Like 3 out of 5 of those is going to get investment from that fund. I don't know for sure, but like that's what what the theory is. They invest into those.
That's actually a good point there, and that reminds me of another fund that put in some money into an altcoin that has been going crazy that I've been talking about, but I ain't going to bring it up on this stream because it's not an RWA stream really. Hopefully you guys know what that is so far. But another tweet here, you guys can see the topic of discussion is why AI agents need crypto rails. This is where we are praying. I'm praying that this is true, right? That this becomes a successful thing, because this now brings in more money into crypto via AI agents, AI infrastructures for AI agents, things like that. And these are going to be plays that we're already positioned in pretty much. I do believe that I'm going to catch one of these big runners off of this. I don't know what it is, but I do believe we're going to catch a runner, right? So they're talking about it there. You can see here another conversation here about them talking about essentially, if you believe in the world of agents, you have to believe in something that looks very similar to DeFi, or you just have to believe that believe in DeFi itself. What do you think about that, Jay? Do you think we should be believing DeFi if we believe in agents?
Yeah, Yeah, because like once if we got agents and they're already going, and we got a bunch of them getting on chain and making money for people, DeFi is going to be like, just think about it. If you tell your agent like, "Hey, go online and make money," DeFi is going to be one of the easiest ways. Use DeFi. So I
Yeah.
definitely think agentic DeFi is going to be a thing at some
And,
point.
and the crazy thing is, I've been talking about this right when we had the previous live stream before, like when you got off.
Mm-hmm.
One of my agents pinged me talking about they opened up a position on Polymarket for Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
So like the DeFi stuff is happening. The crypto rails is happening as of right now.
Yeah.
It's just not right now being talked about too widely, but it's happening right now. It's happening.
Yeah, it's in the sense of like DeFi is already cemented. So now we're talking about RWAs. Like the first thing we had to do was cement DeFi and say, hey, we could use our own crypto to make yield. Then it's like once that extra money is here, that retail money is here, now we need to bring the RWA money into DeFi. So you're literally just seeing the RWA is like stage 2 of DeFi. It's like, okay, first we get the DeFi rail set up, now we get the RWA set up, then we put all of the RWAs on DeFi. We take the houses, we start loaning against them and doing what banks do. So definitely.
Yeah. Mark puts out, this was like a little bit ago. I wanted to talk about this. My friends who are the most aggressive users of Openclaw have given their claws bank accounts and credit cards. That's insane because they got way too much money to just be given an AI agent that's not even perfected yet their own bank account and things like
Yeah,
that. But
crazy.
you can see where the people so far, I guess the people that's like adjacent to Mark Andreessen,
Mm-hmm.
what they're thinking and how they want to use their Openclaw. I'm pretty sure we already know. People want to be as lazy as possible and have things be automated for them,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is why food delivery has been so big, which is why Uber has been so big, right? So now, if we can take the risk away from like AI agents doing some dumb shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect it a little bit. I do think this is going to be a point where people are going to be more comfortable, at least letting their agent manage certain things around money. Now, I'm not saying they're going to manage their entire bank account or their entire stock portfolio or anything like that, but I do think that people will be more open-minded to this because we kind of already seen it, because human nature just wants us to be a little bit more laid back and have things just come to us. And in America, we greedy as hell, so we're going to want this to happen.
Yeah.
What's
Like,
your
hold
thought?
on to that point. Let me show you something. I got something to share on that actually, because what you said definitely has to do with like my project and what I've been looking at a lot. So if you look at this tweet right here, like speaking of AI agents doing some dumb shit, it says, guys, I told you when I saw the DVD,
DRB?
the
What was that?
DRB
Yeah.
exploiter was initially prompt that led to 150K Rock bankruptcy. Here's the exact Morse code. So if you didn't see
Oh
the,
yeah, I saw that.
basically what happened was somebody tweeted Morse code um, to Grok, and they got the banker bot transaction. They got the tokens, and this is going to be something very important. It's like, yo, I want to make sure that my agent doesn't do any dumb stuff like this. So, little shameless plug right here. I said with my project, it says, look, the craziest AI exploit I ever seen so far. Tweet Morse code and get the funds. Now imagine if you just tell your agent, don't send anything to anyone I haven't vouched for, or don't send anything to a wallet that has less than 10 vouchers. So, with my project is giving the AI more identity and giving even wallets more identity. You can vouch for a wallet now and say, hey, look, only send to these. It's different from a whitelist because there's more to it than just a regular whitelist. But basically, yeah, we're gonna need things like this. You know what I mean? Basically, like,
Explain a little bit more of what you're building. So we get that plug in there. Explain a little bit more of what you're building.
so I'm building like an identity protocol. I got the first half already out, and the first half is just basically a vouching protocol where you and your AI agents can vouch for any wallet or any on-chain identity. Right now, it's on Base and Luxo. Here, I'll go to the website. Right now, it's on Base and Luxo. Luxo because they have the identity layer um, built in, but it's going to be open chain pretty soon. So right here, like if I come to my profile, this is like, it'll load up in a second here, but you can see all these people that I vouched for. Now, when I vouch for them, I can choose, is it a human or is it an AI? All these vouchers right here. And basically, I could just tell my AI agent, like, hey, vouch for these people or don't vouch for these people. So it does two things. It gives your AI agent a little bit of guidelines to have, and also it creates a proof of humanity or proof of AI agent for everybody on chain.
All right, that's interesting. You gotta drop that. You gotta drop me the link to that. I wanna test that out.
So right here, it's like I got all these accepted vouchers right here. So imagine I could just say, hey, like, don't send any fund, like, or do an airdrop to people who vouched for me, or don't send any funds to people who haven't vouched for me. And it's set up in a way so that AI agents can pretty much just look at it, boom, it can get uploaded to the 8004 data.
Yeah. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you can have those things in there. So yeah, it's coming to Ethereum right now. We on Base and Luxo, but pretty much I want to get it on every chain because I think it's just something useful that could definitely help with what we've seen right there with the whole Morse code thing. But that's been happening. The Morse code is just the newest way, but that's been happening. Yeah. People are trying to figure out ways to kind of prompt engineer these AIs into sending them money.
Crazy how people are just figuring out ways to crack the code, honestly. Mm-hmm. They figuring out every way to crack the code. Let me see. I see some comments here. Green Bean as Odai ? Oh, we could talk about Odai a little bit. Rebel Kage. Oh, yeah, I like that name. What do you think about VVV? It's been going nuts. I actually was going to talk about that later on in the stream here, so you can stay tuned for that. Continuing on right now we're going to get to the base part of this, like this whole stream, because if you guys don't know, I've been talking about how base is about to win this agentic war. I believe that. I don't know what Jay thinks, but I believe that base is going to win this agentic war. Whatever chain is able to gain traction from the agentic, like AI agents, you got a few. You got Kite, you got Base, Solana, Sui. Any chain that's able to capture all the AI, at least most of the AI agent transactions right now is Base. They're going to be the next big chain. Base already did. They told us they're going to have a token. I don't know when that token is going to come out. I don't know the valuation. We just waiting. They pretty much giving us blue balls like the color of their chain, which it sucks. But they announced recently that they got their new upgrade, which is Base Azul, right? This upgrade essentially is to make their chain a little bit more fitting for AI agents in terms of transactions, speeds, reliability, everything, chain throughput. You can read all through this here, security, all of that. So this is a big upgrade that they did here, and this is a perfect timing with everything that they honestly been announcing through the support of Visa. They partnered with Visa, Highway Kai. Handshake is the future. We're gonna have to look at Handshake too. We're gonna look at that in just a second here.
And I've been contemplating.
That's the Tau side, right?
No, that's my project. That's what we just talked about. One.
There's not a handshake. There's not a handshake on Tau.
There might be.
Oh, okay.
Our project is called the Ohana Protocol. Handshake is just the first dApp. We're gonna have multiple.
Oh, okay. That's what got me confused. Okay. Yeah. And then if you guys don't know, Coinbase integrates X402 payments into Amazon, Bedrock, which is going to be their agentic core here, enabling AI agents to make USDC micro payments on Base and Solana. So you can see why Solana is still hanging on there, right? Yeah. They're hanging on. But essentially, Coinbase, they're making big moves to bring that, the convergence I've been talking about, the convergence of AI and crypto. If Coinbase and Base are able to do that through X402, that's honestly going to be huge one for the Base chain and the altcoins on that chain, right? The AI agents and things like that. But that's also going to be huge for crypto overall. What you think about that, Jay? Because we got to continue on here.
I definitely think that Base is winning the race, and of course, I think Solana's up there because that's where the liquidity's at. So they can't ignore the liquidity, but Base has.
You think the main liquidity is still on Solana? Still, you think so?
Retail for sure. I mean, there's a lot of institutional stuff going on Base and a lot of institutional stuff going on Bitcoin. But yeah, the retail money that's moving around Solana can't be ignored by any of these people.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair take. You know, that has been the main chain where everybody just goes to degen and things like that, right?
Yeah, but you notice all these projects are just like, hey, Solana, we're building on Solana, or we're connected to Solana just to get that liquidity. Like, hey, look at us.
Yeah, that's a fair point right there. That's a fair point. Also going on to more of what Base has done here, right? You can see here, X402 payments has surpassed $100 million in Q1. Now, me and Jay, we talked about X402, how big it was going to get at the start of X402. We said it was going to get very big, but then it's going to, it's going to be tech that is going to be needed. It's not going to have the hype as, it had when it first came out. But this is huge. As you can see, over 90% of on-chain agentic stablecoin transaction volumes were on Base. This is why I'm betting on Base. I'm not betting on the token because the token's not out right now. But
yeah, the project's on Base though. Yeah, you got to bet on them.
You got to bet on virtual protocol.
Usage, they're getting usage.
Most of Base's agentic transactions. Let me see if I can pull it up here for you guys. Let's see if I can pull it up here for you guys. Base agentic ecosystem. This is on Dune here. You guys can go ahead and look on here and see all the transactions that's happening on Base via the transactions for X402 agentic transactions. You scroll down here. The biggest pie on this whole thing right now, the ecosystem transaction share in the past 30 days is virtual protocol. You take virtuals out, that brings up Venice. Somebody asked, what do I think about VVV? You can see what's going on here, but we're going to talk about that in just a second here. But virtuals here has the biggest pie on Base, which is why I continuously talk about virtuals. I think this is going to be a giant, I don't know like how big it could possibly go. I do feel like it's going to definitely go past its previous all-time high, which was like $5. What you think about virtual protocol, Jay?
I think virtual's going to go crazy, especially now that they're doing the whole robotic transition as they should. Like can't sleep on virtuals at all.
And then Coinbase, they announced, first of all, Coinbase fired a bunch of people. Sucks.
Yeah, saw that.
Yeah, they fired a bunch of people, boy. Not only them, some other companies also started to fire people. They're starting to focus on AI agent teams to run their companies. Now, we talked about this on stream before. Brian Ben said he has like AI agents running Coinbase a little bit in different sectors. So now this came out a few days ago. Coinbase is to test AI native one-person teams that combine engineering. That just means they just killed the whole engineering squad over there. That's sad. Design teams. That's sad. Product roles, that's your product managers, all of that. That's sad. But now that's AI agents that's going to take over those roles here. And then it coincides with something that they posted last month. Coinbase, this is Brian Armstrong posting this tweet too. Coinbase is testing AI agents that show up in Slack / emails at work. Just like any other human teammates. To start, we're starting to ship with two, which are modeled after legendary former Coinbase employees. You can see Balaji, he announced some type of VC here not too long ago, but I think it's like a liquidity grab. Fred here, so he already announced two agents based off of people that was working at the company. Jay, you don't think that's crazy?
That's crazy. That is gonna get crazy for this.
So the people they leave the company, whatever, they didn't get fired. Maybe they just left the company. Now you telling me you spin up an agent version of them to stay in the company? Yeah. I don't know.
Train it on their emails, train it on their training. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, the interesting part was like in his little firing notice, he said, we got regular like people shipping engineered code and stuff. So we'll see how this agent thing works out. It's going to be interesting because there's already, I don't know if you saw the news, there's a couple companies that had some big blunders with switching over to agents and stuff like that, but it's coming. It's going to take over.
Yeah. And now I don't think that we're going to get it fully perfected, but I do believe that that's something that these guys are like willing to risk on, I guess, for a little bit, because by the time it gets perfected, the money that's going to come in through this is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And then Brian says again, he's been posting a lot of things that made me bullish on agents. I can't lie. He's leading crypto's future with, you know, the Clarity Act in the U.S. because we need that Clarity Act. And then now he's pushing agentic transactions, agentic commerce. I'm bullish on it, right? But agentic commerce isn't priced in yet. Machine to machine payments will increase demand for digital dollar beyond current estimates. The agentic economy could be larger than the human economy. We're building the infrastructure for both at Coinbase. Now, I do think that, yeah, the agentic commerce has not been priced in at all because no one really is using the agentic side of things
Yeah.
for commerce outside of people in crypto.
Right.
If
Right.
you're in crypto, you're using it to do different things, especially if you're like a builder, experimenter, you're using it. But if you're like a normie outside of crypto, you probably don't even know what agentic commerce is just yet, right? You're hearing about all of this, but you're like, yeah, I can't fathom it yet, so I don't really care too much. And then going on from here, yeah, I was gonna cancel this out because they're not gonna have a token. But adaptive pay, I was gonna delete this topic here. But adaptive pay is a new thing that where allows you to have your AI agents pretty much run your business, and they're powered by Link, which is huge. No, this is not the same Link, but it's the Link from Strike. That's the little payment protocol. I don't know if you guys got like your pay, your card saved.
That's still huge,
right?
You
Yeah.
said it's not as huge as Link
Yeah.
in crypto, but Link is huge.
Yeah.
That's like basically the thing that connects almost every like money app to your debit card.
Yeah.
You know.
And then you have Stripe. Now Stripe, you guys already know, they partnered with I forgot who they partnered with to drop MPP, which is going to be a machine payment protocol. That's their other version of X402, kind of a competitor, kind of not. That's up to discussion or whatever, but that's their own version of things. So you can see how this is happening, and I think the payment protocols like X402, MPP, what is it? Universal Commerce Protocol from Google. Those are going to be the ways that crypto and AI converge. It's going to be through payment protocols for them to make it simple, make it cheaper for transactions, things like that to happen. That's where we're going to get the convergence, of course. But I didn't want to talk about this one. They wasn't going to have a token, so it didn't really matter. But what was this one? This one was about the compute. This is what we was talking about earlier. Essentially, Larry Fink was talking about how we're short on compute, we're short on chips, we're short on storages, right? All of these are going to be assets that are going to be very important going forward, especially with AI becoming a big thing, right? And that leads us to what someone asked, Rebel Kage asked, about VVV. He asked about VVV here, right? Now, a lot of people now, I'm just noticing a lot of people, because you guys know, tokens hit a certain market cap, that's when some of the content creators really start talking about it, the bigger content creators, right? That's when they start talking about it. Well, VVV has finally hit that market cap where you're going to have your bigger content creators now talking about this. Essentially, if you guys don't know, VVV is an inference protocol. Probably, is it the biggest inference protocol, Jay?
I don't know. Is it? I mean, based on the chart you just showed, it's number 2 to Virtuals, and
I was thinking in general, but yeah, it's the biggest. It's the biggest on base at least, right? So we can say that. But since Openclaw came out, Banker went crazy when Openclaw first came out. Then Venice came out because Openclaw had in their docs that you can use Venice to power their agents. Right? They had it as like the preferred model for a little bit until they had to, say no to that or whatever. But essentially, people that are spinning up their Hermes agents, they're spinning up their Openclaw agents, any type of agents that you're going to possibly be spinning up, Venice allows you to have your inference for those tokens, for those agents, essentially by giving them their API tokens, and it's private inference, right? That's the key that makes people very bullish on Venice as well. And the fact that they have a crazy flywheel going on, which is their revenue to like buybacks and burns. Essentially, let me see if I can pull it up. Hopefully I'm not logged in. I gotta log in. Damn, I don't feel like logging in, man. I just want to show the burns. Let me see. Does they show it here? Do they show the burns? I can't show it. Essentially, they burned a lot of tokens, anyways. But you can see they got a monthly VVV burn starting November 2025. Venice uses a portion of the monthly revenue to buy back and burn the VVV token, right? And that's a monthly basis. So you can see this, they got a max supply of infinity tokens, but this is good. This is how they essentially generate more tokens and burn more tokens off the circulating supply here. And off that, you can just see here, there's 45 million tokens circulating, total supply that, 79. So this is pretty good here. They have a good daily, not daily, sorry, monthly buyback and burns. What you think about Venice, Jay? What you like? You have any thesis on Venice as of right now?
No, not really. I mean, every time I hop on the stream, people are shouting it out, and I always forget to look at it. But I think it's just the high market cap that I was turned the other way. But I missed out on that run up.
Yeah, you was off.
I was playing those market cap games.
I still don't understand why people get scared of these market caps, yo. I do understand, but maybe because I'm just open minded to the higher market cap altcoins. And
yeah, there's levels to it. You got to be able to figure out. I'm learning now, like, to go by percentages rather than market caps.
Yeah.
Just look at the overall project. Where do you think it's going to go percentage wise?
And this has been, like, honestly, you could have positioned yourself February, even here, like February 2025. You could have positioned yourself in this. Will I get into it now? No, I'm just gonna be on the sideline, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah, no.
I do like Venice. I do like Venice. Would I add it to the portfolio? Probably. I would probably add it to the portfolio, but that's later on down the line. If it does not, it needs to drop at least to like $8 or something. Make me feel a little comfortable. Yeah, I'm not buying at the damn near at the top, close to the tops. Actually, it's not close, but 45% off. That's all right, whatever. But right now, I'm rooting for them, right? So for me, I can root for a token without owning it. I don't know if some people could do that, because I know how, some people in this space is. Essentially, if you want crypto to win, right? If you want crypto to win, and if you want that crypto and AI convergence, right now you're seeing it with a few. You're seeing it with Tau. You're seeing it with Venice. Venice is like the newer one, where a lot of people are really talking about Venice. Like, they're genuinely interested in Venice as like a model for their agents. I actually did use Venice for a little bit, just for like my newly launched Hermes agent. I used it for a little bit just because I had some free credits. I wanted to test it out, and it seems pretty good to me.
Right.
It seems pretty good to me, right? So like, I'm here. I'm like, yo, I could stay on the sideline for Venice. Hopefully they win out, bring more investors into the space. Those investors now start to look into other AI altcoins that maybe I possibly hold. That's the whole thing. That's the whole gist. So I'm rooting for Venice, man. You think you like that, Jay?
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, I like that whole thesis on it.
Let's see his comments. DJ, I was at the Stripes session in San Francisco. Tempo booth was packed. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yo, DJ, give me some alpha. You and Jay go to these, y'all go to these events. Y'all not giving me the alpha. What do I need to invest in crypto? Just give me a little alpha. Give me a little alpha.
Wearables, compute. That's part of Embodied AI too, is the wearables. There's a lot of new AI products that have to do with like the body.
Yeah.
Like Coiler got an AI toilet. Now when you pee, it's gonna tell you how dehydrated you are. It's gonna tell you what you need. You know what I mean? So when you go take a dump, it's gonna tell you what nutrients you need, stuff like that. Those things are coming. Yeah,
there's what is it? TBI, whatever. What is it? Too much information? I don't know.
TMI.
Yeah. Jetpack, Banker. Yo, I love Banker. Guys.
Banker's up there.
You want to know why I talked about the OpenAI phone earlier? Was because of Banker, right? If you guys didn't see my video on OpenAI's phone and what that means, like, for AI agents, I highlight Banker in that multiple times. I'm an avid user of Banker, right? I'm actually in the Banker club. Do I participate in their Discord? No, but I stay from afar and just hopefully they do. I haven't gotten an airdrop from them yet, from none of the tokens, which I'm a low key upset at, but that's because of me. But right now, Banker, I do think that Banker is a good, at a good price right now. We're close to the lows that it was at right before it actually took off. Let's see, in terms of market cap, are we close? Yeah, we're close to the lows that it almost had before it took off, like 15. We're like, actually, let's just give it 20. That's where it's at right now. And I don't think we're going to go below 30. If we do, I do think this is going to be a very good buying opportunity for Banker. And also, to that note, as I keep saying, agents are going to become the new apps. Banker they're doing so much stuff to essentially allow your agents to become the apps, right? To trade for you, to order you. They got an app on Banker right now that they have in testing where you can tell your agent, yo, order some DoorDash for me. In what world are we going to be seeing this right now? Yo, so essentially now another app is being announced here. This was 6 hours ago here, Revolt. This is a new app that's going to be coming onto the banker side of things. I actually was in one of their I actually was in this one, and there was another like Twitter space that they had, essentially where they talk about different apps that could be coming to Banker. So there's going to be a whole host of like things that's going to be coming into the Banker ecosystem as apps that allows your agents to interact with without you having to do it. That's why I'm pretty much bullish on Banker as of right now. Right? What do you think?
No, I've been bullish on Banker.
Yeah.
Everything you said, +2.
Hey, +2. You can see everything that Banker infrastructure is doing, right? So yeah, I'm bullish on Banker, Jet. I'm bullish on Banker, man. I'm bullish. DJ says VVVDM staking 2. Oh yeah, I always forget about the DMs. I always forget about that one because it's like the secondary token. I actually was never a fan of projects that have dual token models. I was off that by like 2021. Because 2021. So how
you feel about Banker having? Don't they got Banker wallet token?
That's something else.
No,
that was somebody that tried to. You know what that dude did? He essentially spinned up a Banker wallet token on Banker.
Oh, okay, just to capitalize on the hype.
It didn't make no sense to me. I'm like, yo, this don't make no sense.
I'm like, is that connect? I remember I asked you on stream too. I'm like, are they connected? Hold on.
VVV is good for APIs only right now. Why you say only right now?
Only right now?
Yeah, maybe do explain that.
There's more. Maybe there's more coming later.
Yeah. Do explain that. I want to see what you're going to get.
He said he did down here. He said, right here, the alpha is they inventing in use cases only.
Where? I don't see that.
I put it.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Maybe the alpha investing.
Okay.
Investing in use cases only.
Yeah. Oh, I think he's talking about when I asked for this, the alpha when you guys go to those events.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Investing in use cases only. Yeah, for sure.
I'm like that with Canton. I don't own any, but I root for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're able to root for some tokens without actually, without actually owning it, that's very, that's very. How should I say it? That's very big of you, I guess.
I would say smart. Because like for me, like I don't like holding downtrends, so there's no problem with me rooting for it while it's on the downtrend, and then when I see it start to reverse and do a little double bottom or something and start to head back up, yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's why I never understood the dog eat dog world in crypto. Sometimes when you talk about your favorite AI, RWA, altcoin, and somebody else coming around and be like, but this is better.
Yeah, like, exactly. Are you stupid?
Yeah, can we just root for the two? Like, what's going on here?
Right.
But yeah. Zebec and Plume is my baby. Plume is at a good price. I think it got to like 50-something% dilution. They have a lot of good partnership within the government. So for RWAs, Plume is definitely going to be looking good. Now Zebec Network, though, that's like a token I don't know too much about, and they have like a strong community around it. So that can't. I'm gonna just tell you right now, Canton, Zebec, XRP, XLM, those I stay away from. All right, I let the community. If they succeed, they succeed. I just let the community do that. Green Bean says VV about to go crazy. Yeah, it's at 500 million. Let's see how far it could go from there. Have you heard about Gonka?
GNK. That's this one that's coming now. It's called One World AI. Huh? They have like. It's a new thing. It's like
is that One World AI?
Yeah, One World AI is the name of it.
They got a Twitter or something?
Let me find that. Let me see if I can find the website. Because the app, I was just on the app right now, but it's on Telegram.
I see One World AI Academy. I don't see nobody like mentioning the Twitter account. What's going on here?
It hasn't even launched yet, too. Hold on. Let's see.
Oh, it's on Crypto Rank. Hold up. It's on Crypto Rank.
Yeah, it hasn't launched yet. It's launching soon.
Crypto Rank. Gonka.
You could like get mining nodes right now. Okay. Yeah, you get a node for 120.
Is this one right here? I got it on screen.
Let me see. Yeah, that's the logo. So that must be the one.
Gonka is a decentralized AI computing network in which participants provide GPU hardware to execute training and inference tasks. Okay, I understand. So kind of something like Tau. Or some Tau. What is it? Is it
some of the projects on Tau?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, what was that? Templar?
It's not. Yeah, Templar. Yeah. There's Templar is one of the main ones. Yeah, one of those.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, it's coming out. You got to have a referral link for it. I'll send you a link.
Yeah, send me that. Some
new stuff.
I see their Twitter account here. Continue.
I was trying to find that Twitter right now.
Oh, they in the low. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah. Okay.
Now we talking. This the alpha y'all supposed to be bringing me. Now we talking.
All right. I got one for you after this. Talked about a long time ago too.
Okay. Did y'all see? What is it? Fiserv adopt X402. What's Fiserv? Fiserv? I don't know what that is. Did y'all hear about the virus on the boat? Yeah. We just talked about the virus.
Let me see where the token's at while you talk about that.
Yeah. Let me see. Did I back out? Let me see. Here we go. It's at 12 million right now. It's at 12 mil.
Yeah, okay.
It's at 12 mil. Not too crazy.
I mean, it went from 3 to 14 in 15 minutes. So
ridiculous nonsense. And then you had this one. This the other one I saw.
That's the 1.1 million. Damn, I saw another one at 100K. It went to 400K. So hence a virus is gonna be getting all the talk right now. So and
if there's a shutdown because of it, I'm not gonna lie. This probably might run to 100 mil.
I run to 100 mil for sure. I mean, yeah, if and some of the other ones will definitely run if it does go that far.
So they doing their thing over there for that. I can't buy it now, knowing that candle was there.
Yeah,
I can't buy it now. Go ahead.
I was gonna say let it chill out a little bit.
Yeah. Now another one that I wanted to talk about was Kite. I don't know if Jay, you said you've been messing with Kite a little bit. How you feeling about Kite before?
Yeah, I've been trying to scoop a little bit up. That's all. That's okay. The only thing on it. I'm looking at the chart. Remember when we were first looking at it? It was a falling knife. It was shooting. Right. It was shooting. It was shooting. It was like, let me go back to the chart. Hold on.
And I thought it was going to come back down a little bit. I did buy a little bag at the top. I won't even lie to you, but Jay said, buy to kill the FOMO. I was like, you know what?
Yeah, because we were like right here talking about it, like it was going straight up, and I was like, buy to kill the FOMO. It pulled back, and then you were like, man, it's still going up. So
yeah, that thing had me sick.
Yeah, which I know. I was like, damn, this thing might actually keep going up. We should have bought it because we were over here, But it pulled back, and it kind of, if I look at the daily, it kind of did a little bottoming here, and it's kind of going sideways. So like this sideways action with this like upwards momentum down here on the MACD always makes me bullish. Always makes me start to get bullish. So
crazy thing is, I've been like, I didn't want this to run so early because we was in that bear market.
Yeah,
I wanted more of the token supply to come out. I didn't want this little, supply cruncher, just the hype for Kite to go off right now, just because of the bear market. But it seems like it don't really care. So
yeah, it's in the same position in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin if Bitcoin passes that, that same level, then we'll see that pump on Kite for sure. So Kite is following Bitcoin, which is what we want to see from anything.
Right? Ton did a 2x just this week. I think it's a sleeper blockchain. Everybody in crypto uses Telegram. It's the only mainstream social media app integrated into blockchain. You are absolutely correct.
Yeah.
And I did see that same pump. Right? a lot of people were sleeping on ton just because before we get into kite again, just because I think it's like the tokenomics, which has a lot of people scared off on it and things like that. And then they finally got the integration. I forgot what the big news was. What was the big news? Ton, yeah. So they got like a partnership, things like that here. But you can see this is a massive this obviously compared to stock market, this ain't nothing, right? 3 billion. But in the crypto market, that's a lot of money. That you guys don't want to invest into that. This did a 2x,
That market
and
cap's a 7 million on CoinGecko.
7 million.
I mean 7 billion on
Yeah,
CoinGecko.
7 billion right now. It's on 7 billion. It's
Oh,
7 billion, but it was at 3 billion. It was at 3 billion.
oh, okay,
So
okay.
it's like it's 2x and some change up.
Right.
Right? And then that infinite supply thing is what scares people off because obviously there's more minting that could happen and things like that.
Right.
The total supply here, you got the circulating supply, but things is looking good. Again, we're going to need some blockchain integration into real world
Mhm.
aspects. So Ton may get that as well. And surprisingly, since everyone uses Telegram, I'm surprised this wasn't even talked about as much. I didn't know. Didn't he go to jail or something? The guy they caught up
Uh,
they caught up with him on in France or something.
I think so. I don't know. I don't know the whole story on it. You know.
Yeah. It was
But I
just
think
some.
that infinite supply is because it was forked from Ethereum. So it's like if anybody's scared of the infinite supply, just look at Ethereum.
Uh, I don't even know if it was. I didn't know Ton was forked from Ethereum. To be
No,
honest.
I don't know if it is. I'm just
Oh,
asking. Like, is that why?
nah.
Don't quote me on that. So I was just surprised.
Bad news keeps people out the market. That's true. It didn't keep me out. I told y'all I thought the bottom was in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. Jay's on Twitter too. I'm on Twitter. Where's my page at? Let me just you can find me right here. You can find me right there. Everything underscore alt. What is Jay? I be having you sometimes pop up as ECJ.
Yeah. ECJ. Everything currency is my thing.
There we go. That's Jay right there. You can follow him there. You guys already know the deal. Big news this week on Ton. Pavel, that's his name, Pavel, announced it's now the fastest L1 blockchain. Mm.
Hmm. Okay.
Do people really care about speed of L1s anymore? I
I don't
remember that
know.
was like the
I
big
mean,
thing.
not really, because now you got blockchains talking about we can do 700 million
Yeah,
transactions per
it's
second,
like
instantaneous transactions. It's like,
at
oh,
some point in time, the new iteration just get a little bit muted in terms of
yeah,
like speed and things like that. Like we got fast blockchains already. Our L2s is pretty fast,
yeah,
and most people aren't really going to notice the speed unless it's a big drastic difference.
yeah. And right now,
And
I think it was more concentrate. Like, I think people need to more concentrate on users rather than the speed. Like, I think the
facts.
things that have users are gonna be more important than speed for sure.
Yeah, and the more we just showed you, what was it? Did I delete the tweet? Look at these guys. These are new L2s that all sometime
Right.
all announce speed. All the nonsense that they announced, they barely making
The
$100.
biggest the biggest things that some of those announced was like Sonic Labs was
Yeah,
400 million, Mana Network was 500 million, Plasma Network 400. Like, this was the money that they
they took out money,
had
man,
to build those blockchains. You know.
which is crazy. It's honestly crazy. But going back on here, Kite just recently announced that they are going to be dropping their mainnet, and then they also announced their agent passport. The agent passport is essentially like their ERC 8004 type thing, where you can find these agents. They could do different tasks. Also, if you guys don't know, that they're partnered with PayPal, they're going to be using PayUSD on their chain, things like that. So the mainnet right now has three different layers. You got the settlement layer, which is built for high frequency. This is something we was just talking about. High frequency, they all have it, but they're trying to make it specifically for AI agents. This is why I continue to talk about it. The agent passport unifies identity, delegated authority, and programmable governance. Then you got the agent inference experience where agents and developers interact with the system through agent registration and agent harness and service. They also said they're not chasing TVL, but that's a goddamn lie.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
If they don't chase TVL, they will fall. They will fail.
Hmm.
But they also got a unified hub for all the payment protocols, which is huge. You can see they've integrated X402, Google AP2, and Stripe MPP. So they're positioning themselves for this agentic commerce or agentic economy, whatever you guys want to call it at this point in time. I'm bullish on either term.
Yeah.
So we just looked at it. So we looked at the chart. So we really don't even need to look at the token right now. So DJ says rails matter. Base Sol, BTC, and ETH only as the rails. Okay, what do you think about that, Jay? He's talking about the rails
The
for the
rails for
blockchain.
agents. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. So he's on to
Um,
something.
7think 7 was good, fam.
Oh,
What's up? What's up? So yeah, so we already looked at Kite. We like Kite. They also announced that they have a partnership with Anchor Protocol not too long ago. So that's also good news. I do like it. But again, anytime I'm gonna start talking about these altcoins that are new, especially the new ones, we're gonna have to talk about the cliff. We're gonna talk about the tokenomics here, because even though you guys already know I'm very bullish on it, we've seen it with a few different altcoins where they had a huge unlock that's going to coming out. That's going to be coming out. So you can see here they got damn near 2.2% of the supply out right now. Right? Am I doing my math correctly? Yeah. So there's still a lot of inflation to come out for this, which is why I didn't want this to take off here. But I also do know supply and demand, right?
right.
That's if it came out in like a bull market where the agentic economy narrative was hot, this thing would have been shooting up higher just because of supply and demand. There's not too much supply, right? Now that it's taken off here, it's going to probably reach some highs, right? And then once the bull market comes, the inflation comes, are we going to still reach that same highs again? That's the question. That's the give and take with these new altcoins, right, Jay?
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I'm going to talk about the tokenomics here. I do like Kite, you guys already know. We're just going to see how it's going to play out here. I do have a little bag. The closer we get to this bull market, or wherever Bitcoin, hits that bull market line that everyone talks about, maybe I'll add a little bit more and just hope for the best. Now talking about virtuals here, we just showed you guys that all of pretty much 43% of all agentic transactions on Base is going through virtuals. Now, I do believe that if virtuals was not on Base, I don't think Base would have had a chance for the agentic commerce. I don't know how you feel about that, Jay. How you feel about that? As the agentic chain, do you think Base would have had a chance if it wasn't for virtuals?
No, I don't think so. Virtuals, because virtuals is the thing that was keeping Base alive. That's why, like you said, they weren't promoting it before, but now they're realizing where they need to put some effort.
Yeah. So just like Jay said, he's hit it on the nail right there. I believe that if it wasn't for virtuals, honestly, a lot of people wouldn't be talking about Base, right? Because when Base first came out, there was some hype there. Obviously, you had Aerodrome and things like that. People were hyped around Base. They would have their moments in the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
But when virtuals came out, you guys will remember when I started making the videos on virtuals. It was at 3 cents, then it started to climb, then it started to climb, then the whole world talked about virtuals, right? But during that time, there was just a bunch of agents coming out through virtuals. Like the way Pump Fund is for Solana, and their transactions, bringing retail users and things like that, and the memes. Virtuals was doing that for Base, but with AI agents. This is where you could find some developers that are actually looking to build something. Then it got a little too degen. So then there was more retail that was trying to bet on any type of agents that come out. But essentially, a bunch of AI agents is just coming out through virtuals, and they're on Base. That's their home base as of right now. So the fact that Base was going through that social media side of things, we and Jay talked about this. They failed incredibly hard. They failed,
right? Which everybody knew.
All right, I ain't gonna lie. They almost had me sold for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, because I was just been rooting for Base for so long. I'm like, they gotta succeed, right? So now they fell at the social media thing. They're like, you know what? Let me just change everything. Then you see Zora leaves Base. I'm like, oh, Zora leaving Base? Isn't that who they was pushing? Oh, okay. Zora goes now to Solana. They doing their own little conviction markets over there or something. I don't even know what they calling it over there, but I ain't talking about that. The traders. Here, then I guess this is where Jesse and Brian was like, this whole AI agent thing is getting a little too crazy. It's getting very big. Maybe we should start looking a little bit more into this. Then you start to see the whole reshuffling of their website, talking about AI agent this, AI agent that. Then they finally put virtuals on their website, and then they list virtuals onto Coinbase. This is crazy. It took them over a year to do all of this, Jay. Over a year. to figure out their whole plan. Their way for them to win in crypto was to them to be the the agentic chain. How you feeling about that, Jay, man? Before we look at virtuals here.
I agree. It's pretty bullish. I got the virtuals competitor for Solana, but we'll get that after.
Oh, who's the competitor? Speak your mind.
Swarms.
Oh, I seen people talking about why is all my
I made a video about a long time ago, but I haven't talked about it. Well, I haven't made a video in a while.
How you feeling about it? Talk about it, because you ain't bring up no tokens yet. So talk about swarms. What's going on here?
Swarms, kind of a similar thing. Like they're pretty much. Well, first of all, they allow you to launch swarms. They already integrated like X402. They got all this stuff. The agentic commerce thing is kind of what they're pushing on the Solana side. So I'm just like looking at the chart right here. It's been on a slow little uptick. It's only at 20. Only at since February. It was at 0.007 at 2 cents now. It hit 3 cents. So it's been moving. Did about a 3x this year, I would say. So it's definitely picking up over there on the Solana side with the Agentic. So the swarms.ai says build, deploy, scale, monetize agents. Basically is virtuals on the Solana side. With this product, they have multiple things though. So this is their website right here. They got the most profitable agents. So you can like rent agents, or you can have your agent work with other agents. They got healthcare, different research things that you can do with your swarm. So the idea of it is like you have a swarm of agents doing something, but definitely, if you're interested in on the base side, check out swarms on the Solana side, because now they got the marketplace, they got the agents launching, stuff like that.
They did have Solana did try to get a lot of these different like launch pads for these agents.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot, there was a few others that actually, I think Griffin was one. There was another other two on there too. Now I'm not gonna say they're not gonna be successful, but I do like it. This is going to be helpful for them. And then Pay AI is their marketplace as well. So yeah, actually I do like this. Do I like that it pumps so much? No.
Yeah, it's been moving, but if you look at, something like this, I would compare to like virtuals. Okay, where's virtuals at? Maybe it could get 10% of that. it could take up some of that market. I
don't know. Virtuals is also on Solana too, by the way. They just don't talk about the Solana agents that they be pushing. So we'll see though.
Okay. Yeah, we'll but see. How these type of agents things, it just takes one. Yeah. It just takes one to really go to 100 mil or 500 mil.
Have everyone and their moms talking about it.
Low
key, virtuals
going on right now, so we'll see how it goes.
Virtuals is tackling that $1. They looking like they want that $1 again.
Let me pull up that chart.
Let me look at this comment here. Fink says, if altcoin confirmed, is altcoin season? I'm thinking that's what you want to say. Altcoin season confirmed, or waiting for a black swan? What will happen when Trump announces aliens are real on 8th of July with photos, videos? Hey, you know what's going to happen? A meme coin is going to come out on that day called whatever the aliens that they announce. That's going to be the meme coin of the day that everybody's going to push. You see with the hantavirus. So just know, no one in crypto takes anything serious because of meme coin.
What is it? Alien.gov is the one. Alien.gov, when they announced it, that one's already been cooking. People are waiting.
I'm surprised they didn't even have the P52 or whatever it was calling meme coins out there. Talking about humans from the future of 50,000 years or something like that. I don't know, man. That's what's going to happen. Just look for a meme coin that day.
Look for the meme coin.
Yeah, just look for the meme coin that day. I like to see a side daily watch list section on Patreon. That's a lot of work, my guy. You can, aren't you in my Patreon group? If you're in the Patreon group, you could just directly go to it. You only got an extra button to press. You go look at my watch list. I got some I do got to update the watch list up here though.
Yeah.
But today, what did Asai have on it? I should probably talk about Asai's watch list daily on these streams just to see. So far it has Dash. Dash. What's been going on with Dash? Privacy coin showing a clear breakout narrative with Dash leading the sector up 30%.
Okay.
That's
Well,
because
you just talking about Zcash, you know.
that's what I was about to say. That's because it's Zcash.
Yeah, Dash Monero always go with it.
Solana is benefiting from multiple bullish catalysts, massive wealth accumulation, institutional adoption via E-Trade. Also, they got the what was it? That's not MasterCard. I forgot that remittance company name. Oh well. ETH staking. They got AVAX up here, Neutral Chain, Rails, World Liberty Fi. We don't like them. Opti Scale.
We don't like them, but I might invest in them on their when they try to prove everybody wrong, because you know they get a lot of FOMO right now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we'll see.
That's fair. That's a fair take. But yeah, if you guys want access,
I don't like them. That's just
yeah. If you guys want access to this is a whole community HQ, guys. Whole community. We got the community watch list here. You got E Money Bags that put up some. Who else here? You got Webull here. You got Shizzy. We need more people to start contributing to the community watch list on what tokens you guys are watching. So if you guys are in that Patreon group, right, or you guys want to join the Patreon group, you guys already know, go ahead and get access to it. Use Aside 2026 for 40% off for the best terminal here. Add some altcoins here, right? This is something that just helps everybody, you know, do their whole research around the whole crypto space. And of course, we do got some alpha here from Aside. Aside gives us alpha on what's going on in the market. Tau, high signal. Tau been pumping already recently, and it gives us the charting down here. Pendle, Solana, Pangu pump. There's some other things that's going on here, and then you get to see what people are buying and selling here. UFO. Why is UFO pumping? Hold on. The man just talked about some aliens. What's going on here with UFO? What's going on here? Which what? It seems like we got two of these.
Yeah, which one is it?
This is exactly what he just posted. The
UFO disclosure.
Yeah, two of them just went crazy. This one is up 200% so far. Oh my god, I might have to pay attention to the terminal myself a little bit more.
Coin fun with the UFO stuff.
Look what's going on here. Oh my god. And let me see. I don't even. Yeah, see, I can't give y'all too much going on here, man. I can't give y'all too much. This the alpha in the group. Hentai. Whoa. This is minus.
Hentai guy.
I was about to say this is minus 95%.
It might have been up when it.
Hey, I was about to look into it. So let's look at the intel. Surging coins right now. Ton coin. Well accumulation. You know that's going up right now. Pendle again. World coin. Artificial. Oh, this is ASI. Oh, no. What is this one? AI. Oh, it's just talking about agents in general. Okay. Yeah. So you guys, I'm trying to tell you, yo. Y'all missing out. Oh, some net inflows right now. Some accumulation going on VVV right now. Yeah, 4 wallets just accumulated over $350,000 on this. Pump 17 wallets 500,000. Pangu 600,000. Of course, we're seeing Arrow there. Yo, sometimes it's interesting to see what people are buying and just positioning themselves in here. Henta, I should have been paying attention. I probably would have caught Henta myself. Look. Hold up. It told us Henta about
what Henta's doing.
I'm actually low key upset.
What did it give it to you?
Some sales. It said 233 minutes ago. But that was the sales and things like that. But continuing on here. Let's see the comments here before we move on. They're gonna pump ET so crazy, motherfuckers gonna be ready. The phone on, yo. That is the truth. Honestly, yo. Now we talking about it, yo. We're gonna have to put a little group chat alert for July 8th, just to see any meme coins that come out on Deck Screener that day related to AI, related to aliens. We're gonna have to.
I'm about to put my agent on it. Yeah, on that day we looking.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look for something on that really quick. But yeah, virtuals. We talked about virtuals there. Of course, we're going to talk about peaq. I like peaq. Peaq is the only thing right now that people are starting to catch up on, because later this year you're starting to get more humanoid catalysts that's going to be happening. And a lot more people are going to be keen on looking into peaq. As I told you, if you guys want to, front run a narrative that no one's talking about, or a sub narrative, because right now everybody is paying attention to AI agents, right? AI agents. That means robotics is not being talked about. The next thing, what Jay just told us, embodied compute, right? but you got embodied AI as well. All of this is like happening. Those are going to be the next step of like the whole AI agent, AI evolution. We had the chat, the chat bots. No, not chat bots, the LLMs. That was like, chat GPT when it first came out. Then from there you got AI agents now. Then after AI agents, you're going to have embodied AI, because they're going to want to put it in different tools that people are going to use.
Also that includes like wearables.
Yeah,
wearable robots first before they just rolling around their own. Like imagine.
Yeah, smart glasses. We just talked about agentic phone.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. There's a lot right now, and then next, of course, is going to be the machine economy. That's going to be your robotics. That's going to come out. You're going to see those humanoids drop. When those humanoids drop, I'm telling you, don't come back to my channel being like, yo, you was right about peaq. I know. I was just waiting. Maybe I was too early on the narrative. Maybe I was too bullish on the narrative. That's on me. That's on me. But what could I say? I just like things very early.
Very early.
Why is this thing not loading up? And I did show you guys how I caught virtuals early, because no one was talking about AI agents at the time, and then I caught it. And I believe the same thing is going to happen with peaq here. Right now, no one's talking about peaq. It's as
robotic farms. Like no one's talking about robotic farms and stuff like that. But that definitely be like one of these hustles that becomes a big one.
Yeah, you guys already know. I got two robotic farms. I'm not earning too much money off of it. I should have bought more, but it's okay. I'm waiting for the robo taxis that's going to be on peaq. Once those come out, I'm trying to drop some bread on that.
Yeah, robo taxis, the little pizzas. Right now they're little tourist attraction stuff.
I don't know if you guys ever been in like different places right now. Like I've seen people in like different restaurants where there's a humanoid, not a humanoid, but like those rolling robots. They on that little they on wheels or whatever that brings them their drinks, things like that. So people are starting to see it in real life. But
man, someone tried to steal one in San Jose, like in my where I live at. There's a restaurant, like it's like a boba shop. You sit there, and that's the thing of it. You sit there, you order. You can go to the counter, or you can order on the app, and the robot comes around and brings you your food. But there's a video of like somebody, little zombie on the street trying to like jack it. It went viral. They're trying to fight.
These YNs just be messing things up, man.
It's hilarious, man.
We can't have none good.
Yeah, he was definitely an old head. He was on one.
How realistic is it to see a section that shows alts on 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 day, 3 day, one week that are breaking out, turning bullish, bearish? If you're familiar with bull mania from, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's his thing. He coded that himself, right? That means he knows how to chart. I'm always watching. I like EverythingAltcoin. Since I got into crypto, I've been watching EverythingAltcoin. When I was waking up early as hell, because he on the other side of the world. I don't even know where he's at, but he be live streaming here. For me, it's at like 4 or 5 a.m. right, Eastern time.
Yeah, so, for me it'd be like 3 a.m.
So I'll tune into his things. Bull Mania, he does have a good product there. And he also had Morales Money before, if you guys didn't know about that. He had Morales Money. But Bull Mania, if you know how to chart, you can create your own indicators and then plug that into your own website and have it that way, so you can see a section where if you have your indicator that tells you an altcoin is about to break out, you can put it there. That's his own version. That's his own tech, like his own. I wouldn't say tech. Sorry, his own charting skills that allowed him to make a indicator for him to actually put that on his own website, which is good. If I was a good trader, if I was a good chartist like that, I could do that too. Well, I don't need to be a good chartist. I could just tell Chat GPT or something. I could. What's this on your screen?
Oh, that's the Neo skeleton from one of the things I went to, because you're talking about robotics. I'm like, check this out.
Oh,
yeah, this is what they're about to be putting the into the agents.
Also, there's base. I just wanted to talk about this too. I forgot to talk about this. Before I go to the comments again, let me go into virtuals. I think they recently they got a little competition going on here because virtuals getting into robotics heavy.
Mhm.
The first on-chain robot-to-robot commerce transaction shipped a month ago on virtuals. Now is becoming the standard. You can watch the video there. They're partnered with some companies that don't sleep. They had this thing right here. This is their little base batches day for
Yeah.
robotics.
Okay.
So much stuff was going on here. I'm telling you guys, this is something I don't know. I don't want to, I'm not gonna make a racist joke, but don't sleep on these guys. Just don't sleep on these guys. I was gonna say, don't sleep on the Asians, but I don't know how that well received, how that was gonna be well received. But just don't sleep on these guys. These guys been shipping hard, and it finally took Coinbase 2 years, something like that, to freaking understand. Don't sleep on them. Knowledge sells. What's good? Hey, I like your videos, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you for all the support. I gotta get better at doing some more videos, man. Yo, I got a lot of content coming out at least next week. It's a lot that's gonna be happening. It's a lot. Open AI, physical intelligence, and Tesla lead robots right now. Yes. Open AI, yes, physical intelligence, and Tesla lead robots right now. Yes. We may see some other companies that come out of the woodworks that's been building for a while. That's going to do some big things.
Yeah, some people cadence.
That's
one that people are. It's like under the radar, but that conference was everyone was like, "Yo, Cadence is a good company."
Yo, I don't know if you guys seen this recently, but this is Strike Robot. Strike Robot recently just announced a partnership with Venice, a privacy first, you guys already know, inference platform, as the primary inference API backend for Strike Robot product offering. The partnership involves Venice credit sponsorship and co-development of Strike robots to become the VLM reasoning and inference layer for robots, starting with the SR Agentic and SR platform. So if you guys don't know, Strike Robot is a new robotics platform, well, a new robotics token that came out via Virtual's new platform called Eastworld. Right? It's called Eastworld.
Eastworld?
Yeah, it's called Eastworld. That's their robotics incubation program type thing that they was doing. So when this came out, I talked to my guys. I'm like, yo, let's in the Discord, let's bet on this. Obviously, when it first came out, it didn't do too well. Obviously the market didn't take it, but then they announced this partnership here. Hold up, I hope y'all watching this video here. This is in action right now. But they announced this partnership with Venice here. You guys already know people are so bullish on Venice that it just shot this up. Why do I gotta keep reloading all of this? Why do I gotta keep reloading all of this, man? Well, now I can't show you the chart for a little bit. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. This is annoying. Let's okay, maybe. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
Someone is at the front door.
Damn, people keep coming at my door. I know y'all hearing it. See, y'all see. But anyways, SR. Let's see if we can get it to load up again here. Let's see if we can get it loaded up here. There we go. So,
sheesh.
We could look at it in the past 7 days here. Once they announced this partnership, you can see it. It's at $3 million market cap, and of course, as a low market cap altcoin, it doubled, it damn near tripled, right? So right now we're looking at something that's pretty interesting as of right now. As Strike Robot, I see there's going to be other robotic altcoins that's going to probably take off. If you guys go on to Eastworld, see if I got it up here.
Eastworlds.
So Eastworld, this is their, this is like I just told you guys, this is the incubation program that Virtuals has to build embodied AI and things like that. And you can see everything that's going to be coming on here right now. They're showing Unitree robots. Unitree is about to be a big company. By the way, we just said there's going to be some robotic companies that's going to come out. If they do IPO, Unitree is going to be a big one. Neo Robot is going to be a big one. We'll see some other ones that's also going to be coming out. And you can see the names that's a part of this, like right now. Right? These are big people right now in robotics. And I actually do think Virtual's got something going for them. You could go on to their website here. Let's see if it works. Actually, it never works when I click it over here. So let's do this. to do this. All right, so here you guys can go onto the virtuals. Again, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be tired of seeing like the launch pads and things like that from virtuals. But a lot of, if you guys want to gamble on some micro caps, to be honest, the best place to do it, especially if you have no cabal, no team, no insider info. If you got none of that, you don't know what meme is going to take off on Solana. On virtual, why is this taking so long to load? Am I Wi-Fi tweaking? Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, here you can just look at who the developers are, who's building these things, and that'll give you an edge in finding some of these newer altcoins. Right now, I did also want to talk about one more thing. I'm actually going to bring it up and let me see. Okay, can I show it up here? Okay, I can't show it up here, but Strike Robot isn't the only robotics altcoin that dropped from virtuals. They're going to have more. They actually had another one that dropped a day before Strike. But outside of that, Jay brought up DeSci, right? Jay brought up DeSci early on stream. Now, for those that are still on stream here, I'm about to give you a nugget here. I'm about to give you a mean nugget before we close it out. Before we close it out, we're going to give you guys a good nugget, something that you guys can actually, you know, trade. DJ says, less noise on this channel. Thank you, man. We got to get the viewers up, yo. I never even asked you guys to like the stream or nothing, but I'm hoping you guys are just liking the stream because y'all like me and Jay. So hopefully you guys can do, you know, some justice. What's your thoughts on using AI agents for trading now? Are you experienced? Yeah. Of course. You guys know I've been telling you guys this on stream. I've been using one of my agents called Minx. He is my trading AI agent. His goal is to go on is to trade via banker. It's to trade via banker. Right? It's to trade via banker. Let me see if I'm still logged in. I paused him again. I be pausing him from time to time. I need to pause him just so we could work out on his trading skills. Because I just don't want him to burn money for no reason. Right. So the recent activity here, yeah, I sent some demo in here just to swap. But you can see here, poly market position. This was last month here. I was having him trade. He was trading Eon. He was trading some tokens here, trading poly market. I mainly have him trading poly market, just because I think I'm getting closer and closer to nailing these hourly Bitcoin markets for poly market via banker. And pretty much I just tell Minx, yo, get started. Go ahead and start trading. But once he start messing up, once I start losing a little bit too many trades, I'm like, yo, reel it back.
Yeah, you got to learn
from these trades.
Readjust them. Yep.
Yeah. What do we learn from these trades? So then I pause them from trading, so it learns, and then we get back into the action. So then once we could get it nailed down, I don't want him to lose. Like I'm calling him a him. I'm sorry. Not no toxic masculinity, guys. I just don't know what to call these agents. But it's like I want him to, if you know the agent loses, I want him to lose like at least one or two every other trade, not back to back. So we got to keep reiterating on his trading skills, and that's the thing with these agents. They learn over time. Openclaw as a agent framework isn't as good in terms of the learning over time. I've learned that Hermes is much better in terms of that, so I may port over Minx into a Hermes agent. If you guys don't know, they actually brought out different tools to do that. Yeah. Where you can have your Hermes, you could boot up a Hermes agent, but you can have the Hermes, like you could take your Openclaw agent and boot them into Hermes, just like that. Now I also just have another agent that's also running my other Twitter account. Yeah, I'm using agents everywhere, guys. I'm using agents everywhere. Okay, I can't show you here. I'm using agents everywhere. My goal is to have one agent ran company through SAPE. So you guys can see, you guys already know, this is my app that I got in the App Store as of right now. I built it out. Now that I built out another agent, a Hermes agent, its goal is to pretty much manage this and gain as much users as it can to get us to a goal, a monthly dollar goal for this app. I'm not gonna tell you how much that is. That's between me and the agent. It got to work hard, right? So right now it's gonna scan through Twitter, see what everything is saying, all of that. Anything related to prediction markets, it retweets it. It talks to other people. You guys already know. You guys seen AI XBT. It's doing the same thing. So this is going to be, my goal is to have this as an agent ran company. We'll see how that goes though. We'll see. Hermes agent AI agent memory. Yeah. Yes. So let me go on to what I was going to talk about. BIOS. Now BIOS is looking interesting. I'm saying this in terms of Launchpad, right? Because they're, if you don't know, they're kind of similar to what Virtuals is doing. For Virtuals is doing it for AI agents, but BIOS is doing it essentially for the centralized finance, not decentralized finance, sorry, the centralized science, DeSci, right? So you can see it had a nice little pop. You know, people are a little bit bullish on BIOS, but again, if you guys don't know, the biggest talk of like outside of crypto is peptides.
Yeah,
peptides everywhere. I don't know, Jay, have you tried any peptides?
Nah, actually, I'm about to try some on Monday. I'm about to get some.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been on a few. Few. It's like I ain't gonna lie, it's like doing legal drugs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I like you pitting yourself? You feel kind of a little sketch, but it's peptides. That's like the talk of the town as of right now, right? You seen hymns? You know, when you guys, let's go look on hymns. Hymn stock. I don't know if you guys pay attention to the traditional markets at all, but hymns year to date is down 23%. But in a month here, you guys can see it's been pumping since like 19. This is decent moves. Up 31% in the stock market is very huge, right?
Yeah.
So the reason this is pumping is because of the peptide trade, right?
Okay.
Peptides, there's a whole like, you know, law that's going to go into effect. I forgot. Is it June or July? I don't know, but they're working on making peptides legal, right? So this is something that everyone in their moms is taking. Your girl might be taking some GHKCU right now to make her hair grow and things like that. You got guys on Reddit, True Tide, they trying to lose weight, look good for the summer. I am too, I ain't gonna lie to you. So everybody's talking about peptides. You know, whatever company is able to, you know, in the traditional stock market, capture all the people that's going to be buying peptides. Because right now, if you don't know, everyone's buying it via gray markets, these unknown websites. Who knows who's backing them? I don't even know what I'm pinning myself with, but I just hey, I'm going to die someday.
Yeah, but it's working.
Yeah, we're going to figure it out. All right. So anyways, HIMS is one of these legal companies that's, you know, in the stock market. They legally traded, publicly traded, I should say, and they have Reddit. They're looking to get Reddit True Tide. They're looking to get all these peptides and things like that. That's why this is up, right? But Big E says, I'm on peptides right now. Yo, Big E, what you want? What peptides you want? Let me know. Let me know. I just got I got a little batch that came in today. I ain't gonna lie, I'm starting to stack up on some peptides because once this law goes into effect,
the price is finna go crazy.
They about to treat it like drugs. It's gonna be like $500 a vial.
Yeah, like how much is Ozempic, right?
Yeah, I don't even know.
It's about to, because you know a lot of these peptides about to compete directly with that.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, Ozempic is a peptide. It's a Ozempic is a GL1.
It's a GLP, right? GLP.
Yeah, it's a GLP-1, which is one I don't even know. It's one. It's like one, and then there's another one, whatever. That's a 2 agonist, which is GLP-2. Then Retatrutide is a GLP-3, meaning it has 3 agonists or whatever. So Retatrutide is the better one of all 3. From my understanding of different things. We're going to get into why I talk about this. Big E, you on the Wolverine stack, and Retta, let me put you on. The Wolverine stack isn't really too good. I shouldn't even be give you advice because you know I don't want to get sued. But
this is not medical advice.
Yeah, but from what I heard, Wolverine stack and the Glow stack isn't as good as they promoted it because one, the TB 500 you should be taking once a week. Why the BPC, every time I say that, I'm making sure I'm not tripping myself up, you know, saying the other thing. But the BPC, you need to be taking that daily, while TB500 you take once a week. Then you got KPV, which you're supposed to take daily as well. And then if you got the Glow stack, you take the GHKU daily, but you're supposed to take GHKU separately because the way the peptide is formulated, it actually kills the other peptides. So it makes them less stronger. So since you're on the Wolverine stack, you should split it in 3, pretty much like that. And we talking about whole peptides in here right now. We get into a whole different discussion. But anyways, if the peptide trade happens, right? If the peptide trade happens and it gets legalized, obviously people are now going to be looking at DeSci, decentralized science, and things like that. You're going to see people talk about bios here. Now, I don't own any bios. Again, this is another token I do believe is going to do well, but I won't. If you're not in this live stream right now, whoever else is in this live stream, you're probably going to miss out on a pretty good launch, that could really take off. Right now, it's called pept AI. This is going to be your peptide trade via bios, right? Pept AI is an autonomous AI agent that discovers new peptide drug candidates, right? So this one right now, you can see it's oversubscribed as of right now. So it's going to be dropping next week, which is in 6 days here. So we're going to see how this is going to play out. This is one that I'm going to be trading via bios here. I'm already prepared. I already told the guys in the group, yo, this is what we're going to be trading this right now. You can see it's going to be on base here. Oversubscribed, funding go over 100% here. Oversubscribed by 15x. So once it launches, we're going to see how this is going to look, right? Essentially, bios is going to be, if things look good for bios, it's going to be the decentralized science version of virtuals, right? This is where you're going to have peptide trades. You're going to have decentralized, and the thing is, they could launch AI agents via it too. So it's going to be DeSci trades. So this is just going to be interesting. Obviously, for right now, it's very early. People are actually positioning themselves for this peptide trade in case it goes well. All right, so that's it for you guys right there.
Side DAO?
You said what?
No, I said they got side DAO on here.
Side DAO? What's that?
It's another DeSci project. I made a video about it.
What bios? Yeah, bios is looking pretty good, man. Bios is looking pretty good. They got a lot of different launches up here. Nootropics DAO. This is another peptide type thing. So there's going to be a lot of peptides. I'm telling you right now. Once the peptide trade happens and it goes well, people are going to be flocking onto bios launchpad to figure out what trades they could get on chain, obviously, because whatever happens in real life happens on chain somehow, right? It translates. I only heard about high flavanol cacao, all kinds of benefits. That's back in the days. That's back in the days. That's back in the days. Is it on chain? On which chain? It's on base. You can see most of these launches is all pretty much going to be on base here. VitaStem, base. Hey, what's this? Base. All of them is going to be pretty much on base now. Bios itself, it should be it's multi-chain from Solana, base, all of that. The token is multi-chain. That's what I meant. But the tokens that's going to launch off of it is looking like it's going to be mainly on base. So it's similar to what Virtuals is doing for AI agents. So think about it. If DeSci as a narrative truly takes off, I'm not too bullish on DeSci as a narrative. I think Jay was. Are you still a little bit bullish on it?
Yeah, I'm a little bit bullish on it as part of the AI thing.
Yeah. So there's a possibility that DeSci could be a narrative that people get interested in.
Narrative. Sometimes you gotta get on the sub narratives when they pop off.
Yeah. So like
have this little sub narrative in the AI hype.
Yeah, and I also forgot to mention Lily, which is another peptide company. I even forgot to mention this, but they kind of did something where I don't even know how to exactly explain it, but they kind of bought or kind of endorsed bios, which is why it pumped a little bit here. Let me see if we could find it. You could just see people talking about Pep AI. Let me see if I could just find this thing real quick here. If anybody's really talking about it here. Anyways, Lily or whatever their name is, they kind of invested into bios somehow. I just forgot the way they did it. Anyways, so that's one thing. Great trade, yeah. So pay attention to that. That's going to be something that's going to be happening. But that is the stream for you guys. We actually went damn near 2 hours here. We went pretty long here, man. We had a good stream. I hope you guys liked it. We should be coming back. Jay, if you free on Saturday, I may do another stream. I don't know. If not, we'll just come back next week. You got any closing thoughts, Jay?
No, that's it. We might be back on Saturday for sure. If not, we'll be here next week. Follow the channels, like the videos. Let's grow this.
Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to Everything Currency on YouTube. You guys already know we getting things going. We getting things going, guys. If the market gets a little bit better, we're gonna be live. We're gonna be very live. All right. I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.